Hey everyone, my name is Shaunak Bhide and I'm responsible for go-to-market here at Xampr. In the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to talk you through how you can develop and deploy enterprise applications using Xampr's no-code application development platform powered by HPA. Before we go into how to develop enterprise applications using Xampr, let's spend a few minutes understanding Xampr itself. Xampr is the next generation no-code application development platform powered by HPA. What is HPA? HPA stands for Human Process Automation. Xampr has pioneered the HPA concept and we have developed our platform fundamentally around this concept. We've developed IP, we've developed services that enrich the platform and differentiate our platform vis-a-vis other no-code application development platforms. Now, like in any other platform, we focus on bringing people, processes, and systems together. The HPA services focus on the last mile execution or the edge of the enterprise and have built services around it. So be it contextual chats, be it workflows, be it business process management steps, etc., around and focused around the edge of the enterprise. So we bring the focus back to the people who are delivering on the edge of the enterprise or executing the last mile processes, and then seamlessly connect them to the processes that you would have developed as part of your digital transformation in your mid and back office processes, and the systems that you might have deployed in your existing landscape for running your enterprise, be it ERP systems, be it focused best of breed solutions that help you overcome a particular problem or particular solution. The platform itself, of course, offers BPM, RPA capabilities out of the box and differentiates itself from other LCAP providers that this is truly a no-code application development platform. If you look at then what are the things that the platform itself offers in terms of abilities. So if you look at the people aspect itself, so it allows you and offers you an adaptive UI so that you can design the user experience for your application the way you want to do it, the way that is best, keeping the end user in mind. You get access to a full repository of designer tools, which then connect seamlessly to the backend, whether they be it IBPMS services, so it's intelligent business process management systems, so things like smart forms, smart rules, making automated decision engines, etc., or configuring those. You can do that. And the beauty of this is it's a true no-code platform, which means you design the business logic. The platform itself takes care of the coding behind it. You can also integrate with existing legacy ERP applications or your homegrown system. So if you need a specific connector, please do talk to our team and we'll be happy to develop it for you so that you can continue focusing on delivering business value and designing applications as it suits you, and we take care of the connectivity in the backend. You get access to the full suite of HPA services, as I was mentioning earlier, contextual chat service, polls, etc., which are really the things that the employee at the edge would use to enhance their experience and actually enhance their productivity as well. Sometimes be it a contextual chat with another colleague or a subordinate or even a boss to understand what is it that they need to make a decision on a particular workflow step, etc. You also get access to full-blown industrial IoT integration. So we also work with a sensor provider and we can give you a turnkey solution on sensors or IoT devices if you don't have any existing provider. So talk to us if you do want a turnkey solution around that. And once you have developed and deployed apps using Xampr, the platform itself is got built-in AI capabilities, so it will learn, it will give you recommendations in terms of RPA, so which are the candidates for automation to improve productivity of your last mile. You also get access to NLP capabilities of the platform to help you develop contextual chatbots, etc. And last but not the least, all the interactions that your last mile processes and last mile workers have with the application will then have built-in analytics and will offer you insights once you've gathered enough information on the execution of those processes. So now you might say, why do I really need to care about Xampr? Now, if you look at shadow IT as a problem, so what is shadow IT? In case you have not come across the term, it is the tech-savvy business users that do need some support, but largely can do stuff on their own without having the need to standardize the way they work, or find that the standard solution that is being offered by a digital transformation by the IT team, the real IT team, to be very cumbersome, and they don't feel that they are getting empowered enough and have the freedom enough to do the work that they want to do. And these are the people that typically give you a lot of problems in change management, for example, can derail projects, derail digital transformations, and they will add complexity, costs, and time to those processes. Using concepts and using platforms nowadays, such as no-code application development platforms, you can virtually eliminate shadow IT by empowering these business users so that they can design their applications the way they want it to have in terms of look and feel, as well as the business logic and the business rules, etc. You can do so while still maintaining the entire enterprise IT governance and risk processes, and making sure that you're not threatening the security or the data protection of the entire organization. Now let's look at, if you were to develop enterprise applications on top of a platform like Xampr, what would it look like? So you have your own tech-savvy business developer, we call citizen developer in this case, or you might have a partner who has a developer who specializes in industry IP around your industry, and you want to develop a business application which spans across multiple systems without having the need to worry about integration, worry about data exchange, etc. Xampr will offer you the ability to design, deploy, and test such an application. So you basically get access to the entire multi-experience development platform suite of tools, processes, etc. So you can look at building an adaptive user experience which spans across mobile, spans across cloud, spans across desktop application as well, looking at how the user journey would be, what kind of data they would need access to across different systems. As I mentioned again, without having to worry about the backend connectivity, all you're focusing on is the business logic and the IP or the experience or the business model that you're trying to innovate on. They can also get access to the collaboration suite of services, as well as things like integration with industrial IoT. So things like track and trace, where you're looking at geotagging certain assets, or even look at RFID tagging of certain assets. That can be something that we can offer for you. In the backend, if you were to make, for example, a request for data from certain systems, backend ERP systems and the like, the process orchestration at Xampr takes care of that. You do get access to those APIs if you need to. So the platform can switch between a no-code application development platform where needed to a low-code application where needed. So if you are tech savvy and you want to have a more enriched application and you wish to have access to the APIs, we certainly can make them available to you. In the backend, our developers are focusing on enriching the connectors and integration on a day-to-day basis. So you have currently integration with popular chat services, things like SAP, Oracle, Force.com. Those kind of integrations are available out of the box. So you can just plug and play applications that span across these systems, still calling data from those systems, and working with your application, your business logic, and deploying and pushing that information back into these systems after you're done processing with them. So Xampr will offer you that flexibility to develop and design that business application without having the need to worry about integration. And as I mentioned, eliminate the shadow IT problem, because you are then empowering your business users to take their own fate in their own hands, so to speak, by saying, hey, I work in a certain way, and that's the most productive way for me to work, and this is how I'm going to design an application around that. Now, no-code application development platform is gathering a lot of press, a lot of acceptance in the industry, and a lot of more and more customers are starting to use it. We do realize that though, that not all customers would want it that way. So what we're also developing, our developers are developing, are reusable modules that we offer to other development partners as well as customers. So you would see around 10 of them mentioned here, but this list keeps on increasing day by day as we interact with more customers, get some feedback. We do keep increasing the list of reusable modules or apps, call it micro apps if you want, just basically building blocks that you can use for designing your own application. So do talk to us if you want to see something developed for your enterprise, and we'll be happy to do so. We will have it a little bit of a test in terms of reusability, but most of the interactions we've had so far, we haven't have turned down any requests for development as such. So what would you benefit from if you develop an enterprise application with Xampr? As I mentioned Shadow IT a couple of times in my presentation, you can completely eliminate that if it exists in your organization or it potentially is evolving. The business users are becoming more and more tech savvy these days. They demand applications to be designed and deployed in a certain way rather than conforming to the norm, and there are valid good reasons for that. As I was mentioning, the last mile execution, the tribal knowledge that exists with them is invaluable. You don't have systems that focus on that, and you finally have a platform whereby you can harness that tribal knowledge and automate that and eliminate inefficiencies in that last mile execution as well. You're empowering your users, you're giving them power, you're making them feel valued, you're taking their inputs in designing so that your digital transformation becomes very easy. It becomes less time consuming, less expensive, and you're helping them be more productive and drive their productivity up at the same time. You're not replacing any of the backend systems, which means you're protecting the investment that you've done in your legacy applications. It could be a homegrown application as well. As I mentioned earlier, if you need an integration developed, please do talk to us. We'll be more than happy to help you do that. Researchers have found, analysts have found that developing new applications with the no-code platform can be about 10 times faster as compared to a traditional traditional application development platform. In these difficult times post-COVID, it will allow you to innovate with business models, and if you were to change or potentially do a simulation of what would it look like, Xampr and the platform like Xampr offers you that flexibility and innovation platform that you can look at different innovative models without having the need or the necessity to spend millions on a digital transformation initiative. I want to thank you very much for your time, for listening in today. If you do have questions, please feel free to reach out on LinkedIn and we'll be happy to support you. Have a good day.